Greetings, this is Lodril and welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Skoro mi připadá, že jsme v chomoutu s rusákama.
Alright, still don't see any side missions, so I guess we'll go for the main mission for now. I think it's something will happen, we'll send the hub, come back and then we'll get more side missions probably.
The ones that look like dogs? I was going to get one for her birthday.
Damn, I'll never.
That's creepy.
Looks like more old.
She's an irresponsible little idiot.
Who the hell likes these puppets? Oh, wow. That's nice. Someone likes planes. That's a nice plane. The Hawk.
And a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated
The restoration.
to only locations.
Seriously, that act is such bullshit. Well, you know I'm going there. Alrighty, can we capture that? No, we can't.
Anomaly detected.
Wow, come on.
Trace program initiated.
It's security too. I need to up my hacking, but I'm saving for other stuff. I'll do that later.
Anomaly detected.
45%.
Trace
Not
program initiated.
nine. Really? This is security too. Come on, game. I don't understand why some security 2 are much harder than security 1's.
Trace program
Security
initiated.
4s or 3s I have done. Alright, you know what? Screw you. One more time. 45%. It shouldn't be 45% on level 3.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on. Wow, that's slow.
Access denied.
What? Apparently I'm out of those things. You know what? Fuck it. Let's wait for the lockdown to be done. I will get in there. Waste a normal tool for a level 2.
To remind you folks that this is the third such attack destroyed.
Well, someone really likes old planes.
Occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalite complex.
I don't know who they are.
Dr. Rucker
I'm guessing one of them is the Red Baron, which is the only famous pilot I know. So,
in a world that has turned against them.
Not sure I want to actually steal stuff from here. Wow, whoever it is, they are also sleeping here apparently. Drink whiskey, do some weights.
Shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical transports from getting through.
Yeah, I'm not looting anything.
Committed massive voting fraud when they rigged
Not like I really need any of this.
and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the US,
Right,
millions
just
of
curious.
workers lost their jobs when the collective...
Oh, it's an kind of abandoned heliport.
I know that. But there's got to be another way. Another doctor she can see. Try telling him that. I'm just afraid he's going to go behind my back and do it anyway.
I totally was not spying on you.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition?
He's so full
Got
of
an
shit.
ID?
We already know they are framing them, so...
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talis Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilet complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Man... They fucked up by not putting Farida inside this game. It's annoying as hell. Since she was a favorite of a lot of people too.
Are you two,
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
quick snatch and grab? Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Golem isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. ARC territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police.
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Golem City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis, one that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utilet complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I'd made a deal with an ARC prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past ARC's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
How full of shit are you? That's my question.
You ask me. Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
You really believe Ark is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
Ark has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Golem City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Golem isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to Talus Rucker and bring him in, Agent.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
Nah, I like my limp. Keeps me honest. You ready to light out?
You're my only backup on this one. Before we leave, I'd like to know you've actually got my back.
Trust me, I flew 10 years in the SAAF and 5 in the private sector moving corporate heads. And in all that time, I've never lost a fare.
How many years with TF-29?
2, which is a year and a half longer than you from what I understand. So you want to keep talking resumes, waste more of our time? Or will you trust me to get the job done?
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
Why is that so much louder? I don't know. Audio editing.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talus Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
Not liking the new pilot so far.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss.
Damn, that's huge. That looks more like a concentration camp than a ghetto.
Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? I was in Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen, I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.
And I'm crashing. There we go. It was weird.
Usually, a humanitarian disaster like this would get a lot of press in foreign aid. But given that these are augmented people...
Yeah, apparently no one gives a shit about augmented people.
To lay down in front of our oppressors. This way, the augmented be accepted.
God, I have an itch in the back of my eyeball.
I speak to all of you. Not as the leader of ARC, but as your friend. Our only solace may be the knowledge, the certainty that we are right.
I'm only trying to get back on my feet.
You think you're better than me?
Something to help get me back on my feet.
With supplies so scarce, there's really not much we can do but comfort these poor people.
This is bullshit.
Are you alive? I just passing through. I don't suppose you've got any neuropathy you can spare.
Actually, I do.
You?
Here. Looks like these people need it more than I do.
That's very kind of you. Wasn't expecting. A word of advice? You might want to keep a low profile tonight. Golem City can be sketchy in the best of times. This definitely isn't one of them.
Why? What's happened?
Haven't you heard? Terrorists try to blow up Ruzika Station. And even though people here couldn't have had anything to do with it, the cops need someone to blame.
Where I come from, cops are supposed to be the good guys.
What planet is that? Because where I come from, the police have been militarizing for years, wasting money and inciting deep levels of mistrust between them and the very people they're supposed to protect.
Is that what's happening in Golem City?
It's happening all over the place. The cops in Golem are a special breed. They control everything here. Food, drugs, neuropazine, and not all of them think very highly of us Augs.
These cops, they're looking for members of ARC?
We're all members of ARC to them, one way or another. And some of us may have even done bad things, but not the kind of things the rest of the world says we've done.
Sounds like you support ARC.
Why shouldn't I? The Augmented Rights Coalition was started with the best of intentions, as a non-violent way to confront injustices and advance the cause of augmented rights.
Okay. But in my experience, the best of intentions often go awry.
That may be true, but right now Talus Rucker and ARC are the only things keeping people in Golem alive. Trust me, they're the good guys.
I'm getting the impression that you see ARC and Talus Rucker as some kind of augmented Robin Hoods. How well do you know the man?
I met Talus years ago in India. We were both humanitarian aid volunteers back then.
Is he a good man? The press paints him as a narcissist.
He has his faults, but I wouldn't believe everything you see on Packers News.
Well, no shit.
Does he visit this area of the complex much?
You know, you've been asking me an awful lot of questions.
Did I do something to offend you, Doc? Because that wasn't my intention.
Maybe not, but it sounds like you're fishing for information on the only man who's holding this place together. So you can't blame me for being cautious.
I'm asking precisely because I know how important he is. You seem to think highly of him.
I admire his idealism. He believes people will usually do the right thing. They just need to discover what it is.
And that includes arming yourself.
Naivete is what that is called.
Talus has fought ARC's armament every step of the way. He still fights it. But don't listen to me. Listen to his daily broadcasts. They'll tell you everything you need to know.
I see. Well, thanks for the warning, Doc.
I hope you'll take it to heart.
Those blood bugs are really bugging me. You don't keep blood like that. You put them in the fridge. After you remove them from the fridge, you have to use them. And usually in a 3-hour period to... Well, it's the future. Maybe they are auto-refrigerated or something. I don't know.
Look, we are understaffed, underfunded, and underprepared for the sheer number of people here.
Is that guy dead? Oh. He's using neon, so I'm guessing he's dead, yes.
Your temperature's a little
Yep.
high. You feeling chills?
Well, this place is depressing. Alright, we'll explore Golem City next time. For now, thank you for watching, subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time with more Deus Ex Mankind Divided.